It's a new week, getting back to painting again. This is one of those days seeing the BSF, how much we've grown, but how much farther we need to go. Just really discouraging. Like, not even just discouraging, like it's distressing how far behind we are. I hate being behind, like even in school. Like it doesn't matter how sick I am. I would rather just be in school than risk getting even a little bit behind any of my classmates. So in this new classroom of Black Soldier Farmers, when there's people doing 80 tons a day, and you're barely doing 50 kgs a day, and you're trying to grow and you don't have the land to move into and stuff like that, can be really discouraging at times. Yes, that's how I'm feeling. Gonna paint this house. Also spend some time, hopefully pray a little about it, and just trust that God is still guiding us and God is still in control, and knowing either way it goes, my identity is in Him. Which for me always seemed like a cop-out to actually succeed. But it's so important, I'm coming to realize, not having your identity just in the business. Alright, anyway, time to paint this wall. in the greenhouse. So batch 2 are almost at maturity. I want to feed them. This is batch 2A. These ones only got 3 feeds because they were still wet. I want to feed them one more time now. And then they should be ready to sieve this Saturday. So batch 2 was fed, I think, last week, and it's almost. I think it will be on schedule for Saturday. I hope they'll all turn into pre-pupae by then. And I also need to build another net/cage to put them in. Yeah, okay. So getting to work on that. Adding wheat bran to some of these. We had a few jumpers last night. And by jumpers I mean larvae that crawled out of the cage and to the floor. That's what attracts all these ants. Put the skimmer. Then I'll put the second undercoat and maybe leave it that way or add another paint on top of that. I'm gonna finish putting the undercoat here, so I need to put the tape. Kinda started yesterday. Yeah. Okay. Door done. This is just the primer, but I really like the gray finish, so I think I might just leave it this way. Now, gonna go home, eat some lunch, come back, paint the gypsum ceilings. Oh, and also edit a few videos, last week's videos from home. Okay, see ya. Discovered another entrance for the ants, so I'm cleaning it up, putting cement. So I just finished and I washed my hands. It took me about an hour to do it, and during that hour I was scooping the cement with my bare hands. So let me show you the work. And look how wrinkled my hands are. Even the back of my hands have never been wrinkled like this ever, like even after staying in the pool for like a really long time. So maybe I shouldn't have held wet cement in my hands for like maybe 5 minutes to an hour. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I've covered up all entrances to their nest.
you look closely on the ground, you'll see them running frantically around. When you see that they're not walking in a straight line, it means, yeah, they're not going to a nest. But when they are walking in a straight line, it means they're following a scent trail back to their nest. At least according to ChatGPT. So that took way too long to do. So now I'm gonna harvest these eggs, and maybe if there's eggs in here I'll harvest two. I also want to change the attractant, and I will place those eggs for incubation. All right, this is the attractant bin. Now this is that real stanky stuff. So this is fermented waste from Okuru, from Mennonite Academy. So I'm about to change the attractant. Okay, changing of attractant. First, find a bucket to scrape the old attractant into. Great, now I just need to put the eggies back onto these and put them in their cages. Hey guys, so also last night I didn't film it, but I did the eggies and everything. Today I'm gonna cut this wood. I'm gonna build another, I took the measurements already. I'm gonna build another fly cage over here for the pupae that are about to mature to go into that cage and into some of these other cages. Yeah, so that's what's happening today. Finally done. Gonna cut out the squares now for the 2x2 wood to sit. All right. Finally done. There it is. Gonna go eat lunch and then come back and build the shelf. Okay. So as I wait for the hardware to finish cutting my wood, I now shall return to putting the second coat of undercoat in my office. Full stomach, feeling good. Still sluggish though. Yeah. So let's do it. Well, apparently, the filler is not dry yet, so you can't sand it yet. So I'm gonna go back to building the shelf. Yeah. Got the wood. Time to build. Finished the first two frames. Now I'm gonna connect this piece to the bottom and connect them up. Yeah. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Now I'm gonna add the slabs here, the 2x1s, and some strengthening beams or trusses, whatever it's called. Then I need to hammer this gap together with some really small nails. Okay. Turns out slightly miscalculated the length, so these are gonna turn into the supporting. So after all that work, the thing doesn't even fit in the space it was supposed to go. Brilliant. Anyway, that's tomorrow's problem. Still proud of being able to actually build this thing. Okay, guys, I low-key had to do a hack job to get this thing to fit. I had to break that. Anyways, it fits, and it now in its place. The mosquito net should come today, so I can hammer it on. But also, bro, had a horrible experience at the people who supply the wood for me. It was a whole mess. But getting more wood for this floor here, and we should be well on our way now. Okay, time to stand. Got the wood. They're gonna work on joining it here with some chain link beneath it. Actually, the chain link should go on top, because that will make it easier to slide the crates and stuff. Anyway, gonna start further work. Okay. Done the first one. It's getting warmer in here, which is good, but not good for me because I'm getting tired. But yeah, it's going good. Finally done, gosh dang it, that took way too long. So this is ready for the mosquito net. Harvesting from crate 1A and 1B makes me so happy. Look at this. Eggs all the way through. Even on the sides, it's chock full of eggs. Great yield. But on the bottom, gosh dang, man, finally done. Put these guys in. The yield was really great. 1A and 1B do really great. So this is 1A and 1B. I have them labeled like that, so it's 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, 4A, 4B, and 5A, 5B. And over here is gonna be 6A and 6B. I actually built this myself completely. So tomorrow I'm gonna put mosquito net around it, and on Saturday it should be ready for Kaniha to do the sieving, and yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put these new eggy jeggies into the crates. I mean, into these cages, 1A, 1B. I already replaced 3A. Yeah, cool. All done. It's late. I'm tired. It's time to go home. Have my net. Now I just need to put it onto the thing. These are the chronicles of Biofly. See this road? Yeah, this van cannot handle that road. There's like boulders. These two women just told me you better just go around. So I'm gonna try other routes. I have no idea how. The guy said the road is rocky on the way to the farm, so he told me to bring a car with proper clearance. Yeah, so he wasn't lying. But I don't know what car he expected me to have that would be able to handle these roads. Okay, did a lot of camera. The Chanzi wasn't able to find the Chanzi farm. I'm gonna try that again later. The net. Net's almost done. Yeah, new batch harvested from some of these cages. The yield was a lot worse than it usually is today. Got new wheat bran, that's why this looks like the substrate, which really threw me off, because I usually touch the wheat bran with my hands, and I was mixing it and I was like, this is the disgusting stuff. And I realized, no, it's not the disgusting stuff. Okay, there's the bag. Oh, the bag is huge, and this is only 45 kgs. It's about maybe 2.5 buckets full. Anyways, tomorrow I'm heading on a trip to the Aberdares, which is gonna be very fun. Actually gonna edit this video while I'm there. So Kaniha will be doing the sieving of batch 2. So yeah, that's about 8 crates. I want to see just how much frass we'll get, cause then we can calculate approximately our waste to frass ratio, because we know how much waste approximately we put in each crate over the duration of their feeding. So the amount of frass that comes out, we'll weigh it and divide it by the amount of waste fed over the duration of their feeding, and then that will give us our waste to frass ratio, which I'd be very interested in analyzing. I think anything above, in theory, it should be 30%. That's what is expected. That's what Isipe said. But Chanzi, they were getting, at least in their initial stages, like 17%. So I hope it's something above 15%. If not, I'll just kind of like roll up into a ball and cry. But after that, I'll try see what I can fix, how I can make it better, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Improve, whatever. Get the gist. Okay. I'm gonna put these eggies in these cages. Okay. It's really tired. It's the end of the day. And go home. Also, look how many baby incubations we have. So just think about this. Batch 2 came from one of these, just a single crate, right? And batch 2 now occupies 16 individual trays. So if we have however many incubations we have, which is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 8 now with this. A few of them are hatching at like similar times because they're coming from different crates, right? So each one of those is 16 each one of those is 16 feeding slots that are needed. So we definitely need to do away with the crates and find something a lot more cost effective, because crates are 1,000 shillings a pop. Not cheap. 1,000 shillings is how many USD nowadays? It used to be $10, which made the conversion so easy. But it's like 8 or something now. But yeah. So progress is very good. Bank account is not very good, because you have to buy crates and stuff. But I have an idea for the future. So each one of these eats okay, here's my idea. From this crate, our initial feed will give them 2.38 kgs, right? Then after that, we divide them 4 ways into 4 different crates and put 2.38 kgs of waste into each of those crates, right? Right. So instead of dividing them into 4 separate trays, possibility 1 is to take 2.38 kgs multiplied by 4 and put it into a single crate. Okay, now that goes back to batch feeding. And you remember we suck at batch feeding. So that kind of not a great idea. Idea number 2. Okay, I think the issue with that is because there'll be so much waste in the tray, it gets really cold. Anyways, batch feed equals bad. You know what I mean? Okay. Idea number 2. Measure the length of each crate. Multiply it by 4. Create a wooden box, which will be like so much cheaper and infinitely reusable, and takes up less space. Yeah, create a wooden box, line it with polythene paper. Is it polythene? Whatever this is, the tarp type of stuff. But the black one, where's the black one? The black one's over there. Right, line it with that, and then put 2.38 kgs times 4, which is roughly 10 kgs of waste, into that big trough. And then just take the larvae from the tray that's been incubated very well and has been fed once, dump it into that trough. So that will be kind of the same as having them in 4 separate crates. And then the good thing is it's easy to extract because it's on plastic. So we take out the plastic, and then after they eat that 10 kgs, we usually divide them by 2 and feed each of those trays 2.38 kgs. So we multiply 2.38 kgs by 8, which is now 20 kgs, and then we put that into the trough, and we put all the larvae into the trough, and in theory it should take the same time. So that's a way we could save costs instead of having this many crates. But we'll definitely need to do some experiments. Maybe we can experiment with these batches. Okay, enough ranting. I think that'll do it for me today, and probably for this vlog perhaps. See you on the next one. Hey everyone, I just got back from my trip from the Aberdares. And the crates are empty the trays are empty thanks to Kaniha. All the hard work he put in yesterday. Gonna harvest from cages 1A and 1B today. And then gonna incubate. And then that'll be it. So kind of a issue is we have lots of population now, especially incubating, and they're all about to explode and need a lot of trash. And number one, I think this the amount of work is starting to become a little bit more than I can just handle on my own. So I know I mentioned it in a previous video, but now I think we may need an employee. Also, Kaniha measured the frass we got from batch 2, which was half of all of batch 2. Will make sense later when I see batch 2A. Was 3 kgs, 3.3 something kgs, and the larvae ate approximately 33 kgs of waste. So 3.3 kgs of frass from 33 kgs of waste. Now that's a conversion ratio of 10%. A far cry from the 30% that Isipe kind of promised us. But 10% is not a bad starting point, right? We just need to conduct experiments into how to maximize now the amount of waste to frass conversion ratio. So yeah, that is my job now, looking into how to do that, also how to do that cost effectively, because we're not profitable yet and we still need lots of crates if you want to continue to scale up, etc., etc. So it's a good problem and very frustrating at the same time. But we'll just see how things progress. And I think now it may be time, at least in the near future, to employ someone for like mutia mkono, for handwork. Because it would be much easier for me to just tell someone what to do than to have to think about it first and do it. And I could also work alongside him at the same time. So that's where we're at. Those are the batch 2 trays that are still left. Others went into these cages. So these cages are about to be pumping out larvae like no one's business. So we're gonna need more shelves, etc., etc. All of those good stuff. Yeah, I'm really excited for where we're going. I think we're at the point now where we could actually take some time and harvest our larvae and actually sell them for profit. So the conversion ratio though from waste to sellable larvae was, I think the numbers were 5.17 kgs to the 33 kgs of what they ate, which is 10 over 3 is 33%, which is about 15%, which is not really bad. But we always love to get that number as high as we can. But like our trays, our fly cages are all full for the most part. So now we just need to start harvesting and selling. And a big customer would be Kaniha's mom, who desperately needs livestock feed at a much cheaper rate. So we can see how we can do that. I'll probably sell it wet as we build the dryers. Okay, yeah, so gonna incubate those and then I'm gonna go buy dinner and relax. Really excited. I just can't wait for where this is going. And over this trip I just realized how I've lost focus a little bit about what this business is really about, which is providing waste solutions to the slums, and mitigating climate change, which is also providing waste solutions to urban areas. But really it's about glorifying God. And I think, you know, I've gotten caught up in how much work I have to do that I basically forgot about all of that. So just wanted to put this into this video as a way for me to glorify God by spreading his message about him. He's the reason why we're doing this business. He's the reason why we have any possible way to do this. So also maybe to encourage other people who may be in the same place, etc. But yeah, I'm really thankful, really hopeful to what the future holds. All right, so see you guys on the next week's vlog. Finally done. Time to go home. See ya.